You might be able to hear my laundry because I started it before this like an idiot. And my dog hates our washing machine because she thinks it's gonna come out of the closet and attack her. Hi everyone, today I have a big box of Dior. Their summer releases to show you. This is, shockingly, mostly gonna be a blush video. Dior Summer has, as far as I'm aware, not released in the US yet. That could be wrong, but I think it's true. And if I'm wrong, lie to me about it because I paid to have this reshipped. So, Dior Summer has been dropping in bits and pieces instead of all at once, which is probably for the best, so it's not super overwhelming. It started with them launching the Glow filter. Yeah, Forever Glow Star filter is what they called this. I have mine in the shade 2. This is kind of meant to be one of those like glowy primers. You can maybe use it as like a glowy base if you're not scared of glow and you want to put concealer or powder over it. That kind of thing. People are comparing it to Charlotte Tilbury, and I understand why, but I kind of think there's a point at which that gets old. Glowy primers are not just Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter or whatever, and I don't think they're all comparable. Anyway, so it started with this. Then we got the Forever Glow Maximizers, which are liquid highlights, blush. There's a bronze shade that I don't have, so a little bit of everything there. But either way, kind of just fluid, glowy products, multi-use. People are using them on their eyes, things like that. So that's what came next. I have the shade Pearly, Rosy, Peachy, and then Nude. Nude came out last, and this one's gorgeous. They're all gorgeous, but Nude, as far as like a natural highlight, is particularly gorgeous. And then the next thing that came out were the bronzers. The bronzer came in this fabric covered compact. I have one of them. Beautiful, and they're sort of a blushy bronzer. This is this shade 051 Peachy Bronze. So they are meant to kind of have a little bit of blush and glow, a little bit like the Guerlain Terracotta bronzers. So that's what came next. Then, this is the piece that I believe is not available in the US yet. They released more shades of the Rosy Glow blushes. Remember, they released 4 shades, is that true? 4 shades last summer when they reformulated them, and now we have 3 additional shades. And we got Bronzed Glow, Pink Lilac, Poppy Coral. Those are the 3 new blush shades. I'm so excited about them. I haven't touched these at all. Very excited about those. Then they released lip products that coordinate with each of those 3 new blushes. So they released new shades of the Dior Addict, which is like their lipstick, in this packaging. I got 2 of these shades. I got Dolce Vita, which is the one that I believe goes with Poppy Coral. Kind of an orangey shade. I also got this Nude Mitzah, which I believe goes with the bronzy shade. I didn't get anything in the lilac shade except for the blush because I just don't think that's my color. And the lilac looks the most sheer. So then, gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I got the Lip Glow in Bronzed Glow, and that's the balm, and it looks sort of pearly shiny, so I'm very curious what that's gonna look like on. Then I got the lip oil in bronze. Now, I was really excited for this. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but 2 summers ago they released a bronze lip oil, and it was more of a light caramel beige kind of color as opposed to this. This is quite a bit deeper. I lost mine somewhere, which is, I never lose lip products. It's just not. So I don't know where my old one went. I was hoping this was going to be the same color. It's not, but I'm still excited to see what that looks like. And then I also got the Lip Maximizer in bronze. This is my first of the Lip Maximizer formula. I was just very excited by this. I don't know, browns have been really calling me lately, so this kind of worked for me. What we're gonna do is compare blushes to previous blushes, and then I'll do swatches, and then I'm gonna do cheek swatches. I think doing like Poppy Coral compared to Cherry, I believe, is gonna be the one that's closest, is gonna be useful. I'll do Bronze Glow compared to Mahogany. Pink Lilac, I think, is gonna be the closest to the sort of classic Dior Pink Rosy Glow. And I do have, shockingly, a video on all 6 of the previous shades, so this felt like a fun little follow-up. Oh no, y'all, I'm a mess. I need to clean my desk off today and maybe rearrange this whole space. Don't worry, that's just my Civil War dates mug. Fun fact. This bookcase, this one. It's all books either about the Civil War or by Southern authors or other people of the time about the Civil War, just in case you didn't know that about me and wanted to. Anyway, as my base today, I'm wearing the Fenty stick because I forget how I feel about this because it's the wrong shade for me. Even in summer, it's just not the right shade. If I'm gonna have to be taking off my foundation and putting it back on, might as well use this up. It's shade 11. It looks, to my eye, more neutral than it goes on. I don't know, but says who. Anyway, it's just too dark and it means I don't like to wear it, but I would like to wear it, I think. Doesn't matter. Let's start with the pink one. All right, so this is Pink Lilac, and this is the original pink. So in pan, this is clearly purple. Let's see how they swatch. And remember, the Dior Glow blushes, the sort of thing is that they're lightly pH adjusting. So they don't swatch very vibrantly, the lighter shades, because it's really meant to be about what they look like on the cheeks. So this is Pink Lilac and this is pink. And I think there's a very subtle difference when swatched like this. So I'm curious to see how that ends up on the cheeks. It does look like there's a little bit more sheen to Pink Lilac, but that could just be a trick of the light, if you will. So next, let's swatch Poppy Coral. This is Poppy Coral. This is Cherry. So you can see Cherry is darker. This is the original Coral shade. So now we kind of have this spectrum of this shade. I actually don't know which one this will compare most closely to, so let's see. I'm gonna swatch the original Coral first because it's the lightest. Then in the middle, I'm gonna put Poppy Coral, and then last I'm gonna do Cherry. We have Coral, Poppy Coral, and Cherry. Can you see? And I do think you can see differences. This one is a little darker, more red, more like true red versus Coral, kind of pinky. Bronze Glow, which is the last one, which looks the most like it has a sheen in the pan. I don't know if that'll come through. So this one, I think we're actually gonna compare to Rosewood and Mahogany. Because again, it feels like we have a spectrum. Bronze Glow is this one, Mahogany is this one, Rosewood is this one. So there's definitely more of a distinct difference between these three, but again, you can kind of see and pan that sort of spectrum of a similar color family. And I actually don't know if Dior is intending for this to be a bronzer or a bronzy blush. I'm gonna swatch them in sort of the same order that I did, where I'm gonna do Rosewood first because that's the lightest in that sort of like little rainbow of color. And this time I'm gonna do it this way so I can make sure I can show you. So that's Rosewood. Ooh, Bronzed Glow. Interesting. That one swatch is just so much heavier. And you can see, like, there's just an itty bitty little sheen there. That one's gonna be interesting to apply because it swatches like that. Okay, and then last, mahogany. And mahogany is hard for me to wear because I tend to be heavy-handed with blush like an idiot. I think when I do this though, I will compare it to mahogany on the cheeks, but I'm not sure how well that's actually gonna, these just have such distinctly different tones, depths and undertones, so that's good, that's good. I'm excited that that is true, but it is strange. Let's do blush cheek swatches. Let's start with Pink Lilac. Okay, Pink Lilac in the pan. Picks up on a brush just fine. This is Sonia G detail. Very light. I don't think it looks super, super purple, but there's definitely kind of a lilac to it. I think that's a fair color name. Just a little. I'm kind of surprised at how good this looks on me. Building it up because I'm a heavy-handed blush person, I can't help it. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside. Gonna wipe my brush off, and then we're gonna go in with pink. Classic pink. Which I think does go on a little brighter. I can see a difference, but to me they are quite small differences. Like this one does, you know, I think there is a more brightness to this one compared to that one, but it's not huge. And just see what happens if I kind of build up that lilac. Yeah, I mean, I can tell, right? But I do think that it's not negligible. But if you're not a nut about blush, I don't think you need both. So just kind of choose the undertone that you think suits you a little bit better. I almost think this one suits me better, honestly. Poppy Coral and Cherry next. So I'm just gonna use my cellar water and take the cheek off. Let's do Poppy Coral. So a light little layer. This is definitely my kind of shade. I think this is a really cute color. Okay, so that's Poppy Coral. And then we're gonna do Cherry on the other side. Yeah, I just think that there's more red in Cherry. It also gets more vibrant more quickly. This is distinctly more red on that side. What do you think? A little bit more true coral and more red. I'm gonna build this a little. Yeah, again, unless you're crazy for blush, both is overkill, but they are a little different. So it's another one of those instances, I think, where it's about choosing that distinction that works best for you. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more of the cherry, just to kind of build them to that distinction of this one being more red, I think. I saw more of a difference between pink lilac and pink. These are the most similar, I think, because I don't think that the bronze glow is going to be all that similar to mahogany. This kind of disappoints me because this was where I was hoping there would be distinction, because these are the kinds of colors I like. So it seems weird to me that there wasn't more. Maybe it just feels sad to me. All right, mahogany. We should all be scared. Mahogany is a hard color for me. I'm gonna start with the bronze glow. I'm gonna use this brush because it's fluffier. And let's see how this goes. So bronze glow. And this one is softer pressed. So I'm going in really light. And I'm kind of gonna put it where bronzer goes, just a little bit further back. That is kind of an interesting color. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go back to that smaller brush because I just want to see some things. See, this one is still a little, this one builds up really quickly. But it's kind of like a, it is, I mean, it's bronzy in that sense that it's kind of like sunburn tan on my skin. I want to see if it would work up here as a bronzer. But then see here, I feel like it looks too blushy, which sometimes happens. That's fine. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with mahogany, which is, like I said, it's a hard color for me. It's not impossible, it's just a lot. See, it's like almost berry, but still brown. It's almost like a color that, like, once I realize I've built it up, it's too far. But you can see, light hand, it just kind of comes off. It's a very interesting color because it's kind of like a bronzy berry brown on me. But I'm gonna leave it at this depth because I think that's kind of its most complementary depth on my skin tone. This I got a little heavy-handed with, but I sort of knew that would be true. I do like bronzed glow a lot. I could see myself reaching for this color quite often. I also think that actually pairing this with the Fenty may have been a disservice because it just kind of got patchy. And I honestly think it might be the foundation stick. All right, are we all cool looking at me like this while I do lip swatches? Too bad. Okay, we're gonna start with the lip oil in Bronzed Glow. Very excited. This is first impressions of everything for me, just a reminder. So you can see I have very pigmented lips. So there's like a subtle difference. This isn't gonna be super distinct on me. But I like it. I kind of knew I would. I like their lip oils, not enough to get a ton of shades, but enough to have one or two at a time. I like it. It actually enhances the natural color of my lips quite a bit, but it doesn't make them super bronzy. So that's a pretty sheer brown. Now let's go in with the Bronzed Glow Balm. This I'm actually quite excited about, and I'm almost done with my Balm in Coral, which gets pretty bright on me because, again, they're that pH adjusting thing. So let's see. Oh, I'm a little scared. I don't know why. So top to bottom, not a huge difference. Kind of rosies up my lips a little. Gosh, I wish I didn't have so much pigment in my lips. Again, kind of rosies them up instead of like making them brown. And I don't think it departs a huge sheen because it did look a little pearly in the bullet. So overall, I wish there was a little bit more pigment in this one, just so that I got a little bit more payoff, but there's a clear change in my lips. I just wanted like brown. If you know, because now there are tons of shades of lip gloss, if you know of one that's gonna go on brown, let me know. Because I've been scared to buy a bunch of them and be disappointed by them. I actually did buy one of the like glittery shades, and it swatched so beautiful because it was like, when I swatched on the back of my hand, it was like that wet glitter. I just realized I could go to Dior counter and they probably have a lot of those shades. So I swatched it on the back of my hand and it just looks so pretty. And then on my lips, I got like none of that like wet looking glitter effect. So now we're gonna try the maximizer. I love this. Okay. Now the maximizers have like a little, it feels like a minty tingle and it tastes like mint, but it's not like a buxom minty tingle. It's just kind of like you're eating like a vanilla mint candy, which to me is far better than most mint. Most mint is peppermint and it's awful. Okay, that maximizer formula might be really nice. It's pretty smoothing. It doesn't look like the pigment is sinking into the lines in my lips, and I like this color a lot. And with the Bronze Glow blush, very cute. I didn't get either of the Dior eyeshadow quints for the summer because they just didn't look all that interesting to me. I think people are saying the formulas are good, so if you like the color stories, great. I'm generally trying to buy less eyeshadow overall, which is a cruel joke because I just bought 2 Chanel single eyeshadows, but that's a story for a different time. But yeah, less eyeshadow overall. So this is Nude Mitzah. Yep. I only have one, besides the 2 that I just got before this, I only had 1 shade in this, and it was like the wrong shade for me. And I must have bought it during the winter, and it didn't look as bad, but I tried to wear it not that long ago, and it was such a bad color on me. I don't know why I didn't return it when I had the chance. But here we are. Okay, I love this color. Very easy to wear for me. And then last one is Dolce Vita, and I'm so excited for Dolce Vita. Swatch from Dolce Vita. I love that color too. Okay. This is the kind of color that I know some people don't like because it has just like a little bit of a white base. But I love the way they look, especially in the summer. I know they can get like a little washed out, but I'm for it. Should I show you the nude maximizers? I guess I can. You know what? Let's just go all out. So I don't have bronzer here, so I'm gonna do this there. It smells so good. I really don't want to get the fabric compact messy, but I'm sure that's just destined to happen. But they are definitely very fragranced, the standard Dior. So you can see it's kind of peachy. So as a bronzer, again, that's going to be too warm for a lot of people to prefer. But if you consider it as like a blushy bronzer, I think it works. And then let me swatch for you the Glow Maximizers. 3 I don't have. I don't have bronze, pink, or gold. Okay, so this is Pearly, Nude, Peachy, and Rosy. This one, Pearly, has sparkle in it. Nude, the rest don't. So these two I use more as blush. This can be a highlight, and obviously this is a highlight, but it does have almost like a blue flip and glitter particles. So I hope all that's translating for you. And I can go ahead, I'll do the nude one on this side. I'm kind of abandoning this side of my face. So, see, just kind of like subtle glow. They're not really high impact. And then I'll show you a swatch of the Glow Maximizer, which I have in the shade 2. And they're flexible shades. I probably could have gone with 3 if I really wanted to, but I imagine I'll wear this under foundation more than anything, so. It's got a nice glow, it's not too much. See, okay, so yeah, the bronzer in Peachy, it's definitely orange. So here it's gonna look a little bit more blushy bronzer. Should I show you? I'm already a mess. Might as well. Here, let's really mess things up. I'm not even showing you the best way to use any of these products. I'm just experimenting on my own face while talking to a camera. So this is 2N, that Glow Maximizer. I'm gonna go in with just a little more. And then we'll do the Fenty stick on top of it and see if it comes through. I don't know if it will. Like I said, we're experimenting on my face. So, I think that gives you an idea of what that looks like, right? And then we'll go back in with the Fenty. Maybe this will be the secret. Maybe not. I think it comes through a little, not a ton. It definitely comes through a little, and it lightened the foundation some for me. So now I'm going to show you this on a cheek. I also think it's kind of important to remember that the truest intention of bronzer is meant to be all the places that the sun would hit your face, which is actually the high points of your face where we think of like highlight would go. So if you consider that for this, I think you kind of get it as a product better. Whereas if you try to put it down here, it's just not gonna work. But color-wise, I think it works on me here as a blushy bronzer. I don't think it necessarily works on my forehead the way I would want a bronzer to look on my forehead. But if I just kind of buff it all in and then grab, like poppy coral and kind of do that right here to intensify, you know, where I would have heat concentrate on my cheeks, it kind of comes together to me. And I think that actually looks really good with that lip. Lots of things going on. Let me know if you have any questions, because this was chaotic and probably not all that helpful in the end, but you get to see a lot of swatches, lots of try-ons. So, I mean, revel in this huge Dior seasonal drop. I don't know which items are gonna be permanent as far as like the maximizers and stuff like that. Usually if stuff comes to Sephora, it lasts for a while. And the maximizers are all at Sephora now. The glow filters at Sephora. Like I said, the lip products and the new blushes aren't in the US yet, but I know that they will be. I don't know that they will be. I assume they will be. It seems weird that they wouldn't. Look at myself from far away. Far away, I look crazy right now. So, glad it doesn't change at a distance. We're doing great. I hope the swatches helped. I hope, you know, I love blush. I want blush all the time from everywhere. But if you're looking for the perfect shade, I hope the comparisons helped you kind of skip the new launches. If they already, you know, if you have previous shades from them and it fulfills your needs, it will take you a lifetime to go through a blush. So don't feel like you need something just because it's new. Don't be like me. But rest assured, I'm gonna wash this off and hopefully not look insane for the rest of the day. The Bronze Glow, I think, is the most interesting one. It looks very beautiful on a skin tone like mine. So I think in the sort of light to medium range, that's probably gonna be a really good color. The lip products, the formulas are excellent. So if there's a color that you really like in the new shades, go for it. Like I said, the lilacs are looking pretty sheer, but if you have less pigmented lips, that likely is not going to be an issue for you. And the poppies just didn't look that unique compared to other stuff. That's why I didn't get most of them. All right. Again, hope this helped. Have a great rest of your day. See you soon.